Hey guys, it is Greg again. I wanted to do a price update on Solana since we have more data and we can see what's going to happen with Solana. So I wanted to go over that with you and just show you a few things that I'm looking out for with Solana to see how it's going to be performing here in the next coming days, weeks, or maybe even months. So with Solana, right here, I have this labeled as a wave 1, 2, up for 3, 4, and then completed a wave 5. Now, one of the reasons that some are like, hey, Greg, look at that. The RSI is highest right there. You sure that isn't a wave 3 right there? Well, one of the reasons I did not label that a wave 3 is that if you can see right here in that territory, that is a perfect triangle. And triangles are always, not always, but typically in wave 4s. So if that's a wave 4 right there, then this will be a wave 5. So just to get clarification on why it's labeled like that. So it went all the way 1. If you started with Solana, let's say you were late to the party and you entered in right there at $14 and you were able to exit out at $190. Late to the party, you made yourself a nice 13x. And if you were an early investor with the VCs, you made yourself a 130x. So nice gains on Solana. Now the question is Solana going to be able to perform what it did over here? Is it going to be able to do over there? Yes, I think so, because it is going to be Solana cycles done there is completing cycle wave 2, then it's going to be going into cycle wave 3. So yes, I do think Solana could do something similar. The percentage of gains are probably not going to be as much. So in this instance, you know, that's 13,000%. You're not going to have as much gains over there, but there's going to be similar performance over here as it is over there. The percentage gains aren't going to be as much, more than likely, in my opinion, unless you want to see Solana at $50,000, and I don't think that's going to be likely. So, so that's cycle wave 1, and I'll break down the correction for you a little bit, tell you what I have. So here's labeled, it says A, up for a B, and down for a C in a nice impulse move of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it came down to there. Now, right there, this is open for debate whether this W move is either there or there. I'm actually moving it there to give Solana that wave 3 and there to make the X wave. But either way, this is open for debate. Some people might put it there or here. I'm not really too concerned about all the intricacies over here. Just want to get down to the end of the correction to see when we can start sliding a little bit of capital into Solana and start making some gains. So came up onto an X wave. And now just looking at the daily on Solana is that more than likely this is some sort of 3-wave move with Solana. So like maybe a WXY or an ABC. And in my opinion, I'm going to go ahead and take that off now to keep the chart clean. So it's X and a Y. I think the Solana is going to make another swing to the downside, which would be something like this, and then back down. How high up it'll go, who knows? Probably not much. It's going to depend on Bitcoin and Ethereum to swing back down into some areas. I would say a reasonable target right now for Solana would be in these areas of 67 and maybe even down to 62. And it might only be 71 or something like that. But that would be the general area right around here that I'd be looking for Solana to go down to, just looking at the price action and everything that's going on have recently with Solana. And at that point, that will be the end of cycle wave 2 or primary wave 2, however you want to label that. I'm not going to go to the details of what it is. Now, one of the things on this correction I'm looking for on Solana is that you can see it came down at a nice 3-wave move here, and then a nice 3-wave move back up, and Solana is going to be making another 3-wave move. So one of the things that we see here on the RSI on the daily is you see its lowest peak is down there at the 20, and then it actually made divergence right here. So what I am going to be looking out for is for Solana to go down, make another swing back up, and hopefully swing back down and at least take that out just a little bit right here. So you can see that that's pretty low. That's pretty low on the divergence. But what I'm going to want to see to have definite confirmation, it's swing back up and then just whiz back down there and boom, just barely break that. It just needs to barely break that. And in my opinion, that would be a good confirmation that that Solana's correction could be over. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but it could be over. So I just want to make, that's something I'm looking for. Let the viewers know of my channel what to look out for too on Solana. Now that doesn't necessarily mean it has to happen. That's something that would be something that would be really, really good. I'd like to see, because it did go pretty low down to 21 on that RSI in this area with that severe dump and what people call oversold in this area. But with these three-way swing moves like this, it's best. Here it is on a so it started basically in this area for a three-way swing back up and then back down. You don't want to see the divergence. It's best not to see it. So then at the end of cycle wave 2 and ending of its correction, these would be some of the initial target areas that I'd be looking for on Solana up to wave 5. Let's say it comes down to 65 or thereabouts. Now this one's pretty crazy. You got to take it off log to get reasonable targets on Solana. But I do think it's possible for the initial target area for Solana to be right around $400. And then the next area for Solana I'd be looking at be $600. And then the target area after that, I'd be looking for Solana is about $800. And if Bitcoin and Ethereum are really, really bullish, then you can expect maybe even higher price targets of something higher than that possibly. And what we would be looking at if we had price targets like that, if you're able to pick up Solana, say you were late to the party again with Solana and you picked it up for, say, let's say 90 bucks, wrote it up to that area, you're looking at a nice 3x. There would be a nice 5x into that area, a nice 8x on Solana, which I think is definitely doable in a bullish move for Solana in a wave 3. You have to remember, my targets for a coin like this are, I consider them be for cryptocurrencies on the conservative side. And you might see once the bull run comes back, or Ethereum and Bitcoin are more bullish, you're going to see much higher targets than that, up well into the thousands, more than likely. So that's pretty much it about Solana. Just kind of what I'm looking for. I think Solana really, based on the RSI data and the other data that I have with other coins, I think maybe this is going to be another, 60 days, 90 days or something like that for it to make a swing back up and then swing back down and hopefully take out that RSI. And then you can start looking at maybe on a longer term basis, start picking up Solana and running with it on its next massive third wave run where you'll be able to make substantial gains. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.